Hi, I'm Pat Weaver. I'm here at Cheat Joe's filming some snippets, and I wanted to give you a little information about American Journey paint, which I paint with almost exclusively. I like it a lot. It's a good quality paint. It covers well. It's light fast. It comes in big tubes, and I always say you get more bang for your buck when you buy the paint in the big tubes, because when you buy little tiny tubes, I go through that in 2 squeezes and I'm out of paint. So, and when you have the bigger tubes like this, you feel a little more generous with squeezing the paint out. This is pretty much the range of colors that I use in American Journey. I have Aurelian, Permanent Rose, Cobalt Blue, Ultramarine Blue, Joe's Blue, which is the same thing as Phthalo Blue, Quinacridone Burnt Orange, and Joe's Green, which is the same as Phthalo Green. And with this palette, I can pretty much mix any color that any manufacturer can make. And I mostly work with 3 colors, no more than 5. Sometimes I only work with 2, and my favorite combination for 2 is Ultramarine Blue and Quinacridone Burnt Orange. But the one that I teach with primarily is the palette is Aurelian, Permanent Rose, and Cobalt Blue. Sometimes I will add Phthalo Blue into that combination, because if I want turquoise colors in my painting, then I can use Phthalo Blue to accomplish that. But when you think about what these colors are, Aurelian is like a primary color. Permanent Rose is what I call an intermediary color. It's not a primary, and it's not really a secondary color. It falls between violet and red, and so it's sort of a red violet. Cobalt Blue is a pure color, it's like a primary color. Ultramarine Blue has red in it, and if you happen to run out of Ultramarine Blue and you want to make a color that looks very much like Ultramarine Blue, all you do is take Cobalt Blue, add some Permanent Rose to it, and then add Cobalt Blue back. These are called add backs, and I teach that in my color theory classes about how to add back to create colors that you want. Joe's Blue, which is phthalo, is a very transparent color, and it is staining, but I love it and I use a lot of it. Quinacridone Burnt Orange is a beautiful, much like burnt sienna, except it's much more transparent, and I basically don't even use burnt sienna anymore. I use this color just about all the time. Phthalo Green is another color that I use a lot, and I usually gray it down. I don't usually use it right out of the tube like it is. I usually cut it. I could cut it with burnt orange, or I could cut it with a yellow and put a little red in it. I can make it into sap green if I wanted to. I can do just about anything with it. So these are great colors, and it's just about all that I need. Occasionally I'll add something else in, like Quinacridone Gold. I might add that in as another color on my palette. And a color that I don't have on here is Joe's Red, and I use it from time to time. I have a little painting back here of a little dog, and that has that red in it, like Joe's Red. It's almost like a vermilion, but not quite as orangey red as vermilion. And I think that just about covers it. I don't use yellow ochre because I can make it, or raw sienna or burnt umber because I can make all of those. And I can make black quickly by using Ultramarine Blue with Quinacridone Burnt Orange. I can get to an instant black. I can get to an instant black by using Phthalo Green with Permanent Rose. That also gives me an instant black. So if you want quick to get to black, or you can use blue plus red plus yellow and then add a little red and yellow back to it. That will also take you to black. And a little tip I'll give you about getting to black is that if you're having trouble getting black, if you can get to brown, make brown, and then add blue back to it, you will get black. So I love color, and I am pretty knowledgeable about color mixing and how to use it. And I did a little performance earlier in another snippet that has to do with the color wheel. Mona Lisa wants me to do it again, so I will do it for you. It's going clockwise on the color wheel, starting with yellow at the top. It's yellow, yellow, green, green, yellow, green, green, blue, blue, green, blue, blue, violet, violet, blue, violet, violet, red, red, violet, red, red, orange, orange, red, orange, yellow, yellow, orange, yellow. And that's going all the way around the wheel. And what you also have to understand is that your gray colors are in the center of the wheel, because if you mix a little green with a little red, it gets a little grayer, and you add more green to the red coming to the center of the wheel. By the time you get to the middle of the wheel, it will be grayed down. You won't be able to recognize that it's green or red anymore. It just grays down. So any color that's opposite another color on the wheel, if you add a little bit to each one of them, if I took yellow and put a little bit of violet in it, it's still yellow, but now it's grayed down a little bit. The more violet I put into it, the less yellow it is, and by the time I get to the center of the wheel, it's unrecognizable again. It's probably going to look more brownish depending on the violet. If it's a red violet, it'll look brownish. If it's a blue violet, it'll look greenish gray. If I go around the other way on the color wheel, counterclockwise, it would be yellow, yellow, orange, yellow, orange, red, red, orange, red, red, violet, violet, red, violet, violet, blue, blue, violet, blue, blue, green, green, blue, green, yellow, yellow, green, yellow. So I encourage you to learn the color wheel, because I don't know how you can paint if you don't know the color wheel. You must know that, and it makes a big difference in your paintings when you understand color. So thanks a lot, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and that you enjoy using Jo's American Journey paint. Okay, thanks so much.